time to get real, get real, get real, get real, get real. It's real talk. Real fathers, real men. Let's do this, y'all. This is the day that the Lord has made. I am. Look at the smile on my face. I am rejoicing, and I'm being glad within it. You, all of us, can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren and sisters to dwell together in unity. This is like the ointment upon the head that ran down the beard, even Aaron's beard, that ran down to the skirt of his garment. Hey, can y'all say amen? Yes, sir. Hey, y'all know I gotta hit y'all with a little song. That song knew how to add to this. Check this out. Love is a silly game, oh yeah, that everybody play. You can't run from love, cause it'll surely come your way. Oh yeah, you can't run, you can't run. You know, a little recap from yesterday. We're gonna continue with those things that's just deal breakers. Things that just make you just close the door and say, I don't want it no more. Things that make you say, hey, I'm calling it training, I quit. You know, things that just make a relationship just come to a dead halt, an abrupt, I can't say that word, y'all know what I'm saying, make it come to an end. But what we want to do, we just want to enlighten you. You know, sometimes instead of something coming to an end, sometimes you just need to look at it a different way. I'm riding out here in the middle of Alabama, in the middle of nowhere. I don't have no phone signal, but life is still good because I can record this and send it later. But it's beautiful out here. I mean, it's partly cloudy, mostly sunny, you know, and that's the way relationships are. You can put up with anything. You know, I can continue, and I am going to continue to go down to different levels. And man, if somebody know how to put these poll questions on there, hey, hit me up, and let me see what I can do. But yeah, I guess I was tired last night too. But y'all want to put these poll questions on there. But we already know, just before we even put the poll questions up, we know the number one reason everybody gonna give for a relationship coming to an end is infidelity. The second thing is finances. And, you know, you say, well, no, that ain't what you said yesterday. You said your inner circle, your family. Yeah. So that's number one. That should be the number one reason why a relationship shouldn't start. But that's not the reason why relationships end, because your family, let's be honest, your family ain't gonna break you up. You'll break your family up. You know, because what'll happen and it happens, even if you got kids, little kids, I've seen it happen. If you find somebody that make you say, dude, you would pack your grip and you would leave everything. That's male or female. Come on now, y'all seen it. You know, that's why I started off with that song, Love is a Silly Game. You know, it's a silly game. If somebody take you to a place that you ain't been in a long time, you know, I have a friend, and I'm not gonna go too much into my friend business, but this was an older woman. It's an older woman. This guy came in her life. She had her own house. She was established, great job. All of a sudden, this Rudy Poo came in her life, and she got all discombobulated. She didn't know whether or not she was coming or going. She went from being a mature woman to being a 13-year-old girl going through, you know, becoming a woman, becoming a teenager. I mean, she just lost it. I mean, because he was a friend of mine, she was to the point where she was calling me on me like, hey man, I'm home with my wife, and my wife looking at me like, what's wrong with her? So I told her that my wife was, you know, y'all women gonna stick together, just like us guys, we're gonna stick together. That's a code. Ain't nobody mad at you about it. If you break the code, we are mad at you, but you know, women gotta stick together. Us guys got to stick together. But you know, my wife was like, oh, I hate him. He can't call you no more. You know, he can't come by the house. Nah, no. She's such a sweet girl and da. But I didn't break the guy code, but then at the same time, you messing up my reputation, cuz. You here as old as you are, and you acting like a little child. You still out here trying to run game on a mature woman. You know, trying to take what she got, taking her money. You know, trying to be player. Look, let me tell you something. If you single, even if you married, you know, even if you single, married, or whatever, if it's that important that you really need to see somebody, fellas, let me tell you a little secret. If you go and tell your girl, give her the chance to tell you no. What? I mean, let's go back to, I hate to chew my cabbage twice because I only have 30 minutes, but what did I say yesterday? We hate because we don't know, you know? We don't know because we don't ask. We don't ask because we're afraid of somebody saying no. And it's the same thing in a relationship. You just meet a girl and you tell her, like, hey, look, you know, I travel. You know, I've been married 3 times. I don't want to get married no more. I just like having female friends. You know, I'm not going to tie you down into a commitment. Don't tie me down into a commitment, and everything going to be honky-dory. But no, jokers want to go out here and have a wife and then have a girlfriend sitting at home on Christmas. She better not look at another guy. She better not call another guy. And Lord and behold, if a guy come over to her house that she paying rent for, that joker gonna overcome and go crazy. And this, I ain't gonna say this was my partner. This was a guy I knew, and she was my friend, and I thought he was cool because, you know, we get caught up in that religious thing. When somebody start talking religious, we think they gotta be good. No, they just know the Bible. So what happens is, you know, listen, man, I ain't no hater and nothing like that. And I know I don't walk in water and speak in parables. You know, if y'all can pull back the curtain every now and then and look at my life, y'all know that I'm so far away from being perfect that, you know, if you look at the opposite of perfect, damn, in the dictionary, like, there I go, you know. But the thing about it, you know, if you're out there and you present that to the person you're in a relationship, women and men, if you present that to them, give them the opportunity to say no. Because they may tell you, yeah, they may tell you like, hey, look, dude, I don't want you up in my face 7 days a week anyhow. You know, only thing I want you for anyhow is just that you cook good. So that's cool with me because I like when Craig come over, because when Craig come over, man, Craig my spades partner. So I like seeing Craig because Craig like to party. You just like to sit around the house and look at movies. You never know, dude. You never know, do that. You know, until you ask the question. Don't be afraid of the no. You know, because you can't, first of all, take ownership out of it. If you take ownership out of things, let me explain. Some people say, no, you gotta have, no. Well, some things it's two different types of ways, 2 different ways of looking at ownership. If you look at that you own a person and you can control what this person can and can't do, man, you so for a loss, and you making yourself look like a jackrabbit on the 5th of June that it ain't even funny. Because you can't control a person. I don't care how easygoing they are. It's just a facade. Okay? So what you want to do, and then the other type of ownership is like when you take ownership of a situation, meaning like I'm responsible for it. And so that's the way it is. If you in a relationship, you're going into that relationship and you like, well, hey, look, man, you know, full disclosure, let me tell you what's really going on, you know. And so now let's get back to, you know, I got off on a tangent and went back 2 weeks ago, but let's get back on this week. You know, the thing about it, what you got to look at is when you have, number one, like I say, is infidelity. Joker pop and smoke quick. You have jokers that don't even ask the who, what, where, why, and how. You know, I done seen jokers break up because a joker hit like on a female Instagram picture, and I'm like, dude, are you serious? Yeah, I know he liked her. Well, he liked the picture. Did you see where that girl was at? Oh, it doesn't matter. He on Instagram. Well, okay, boo. Let's look at your Instagram. Oh, right here. You like one of my pictures. Yeah, but you know, you my homeboy. Yeah, but are we sleeping together? Are we ever gonna sleep together? No. You know, so what's the difference on if you like one of my pictures and I don't know your man and you like one of my pictures, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, Big Easy is a 20, you know? But anyhow, but if you like one of my pictures, especially when Big Easy in that pink suit, you know, looking like Peggy, you know, but anyhow, serious note. So if you're gonna kick him to the curb because he liked the female, or he ain't like just one, he like about 10 of them. Okay, here's the deal. Let's be honest. You was looking for an excuse to get rid of him. Yeah. You know, y'all ain't know. See, y'all thought I was going in one direction. Y'all didn't know the only thing I wanted to do, I wanted to get y'all on the banana and the tailpipe trick. You know, I wanted y'all to start saying like, yeah, Big Easy, he understand it. You know, that we get mad about the sex thing. Nah, that ain't number one. That ain't, because you really, honestly, what it is, if you break up with somebody, regardless, you know what, this one of them times when we can use this word, irregardless. But regardless of the reason why you breaking up with that person, when you say you calling it quits and you tapping out and calling a trainer, you're not quitting because of that one incident. You quitting because it's a collective events that happen, and all of a sudden you don't want to be there no more. You don't want to be there no more. So now you're looking for everything wrong. That's why I started off today talking about perception. That's why I started off talking about I'm in the middle of nowhere with no phone signal. But it's still all good in the rap hood because of the simple fact I can record this now and send it later. But then I can also look and there's clouds in the sky, but I can still see the Carolina blue, baby. Yeah. I mean, it's really a beautiful Carolina blue with just a touch of white. Look like the Tar Heels get ready to play. All right, now. But that's what it is. It's all about the way you see a relationship. You know, I started off yesterday, and I think some of y'all too back in the day, because y'all thought I was going to continue to go down that route and tell you the different percentages. I'm a numbers guy. And if you look at it, I know that sex only involves 1% of the relationship when you look at time. But then when you look at emotions, that's different for every person. When you look at sex as far as emotions, and I tell everybody, like, hey man, come on, flat, bling, bling, come on over. You know, like I tell everybody, hey man, you know, don't put your whole relationship on 1%, and I still mean that. But your mindset, if your mindset is I can't change your thoughts and I can't change your beliefs. If in your mind you feel like sex is the most important thing in your relationship, one, you need counseling. You know, bottom line up front. And you know what? The bad thing about it, I used to be in that. I wasn't in the choir. I was in the pulpit. I used to be the Teresa tell you, and people who knew me when I was young. I used to be the most jealous dude in the world. I used to tap my phone. I used to follow get friends' cars, and my partners, I tell you, used to get their cars and follow them out. My wife says she going to bingo. I follow her to see where she going. Paranoid, you know, paranoid. Just straight, you know, insecure. You know, so when you look at this now, you're like, easy, you don't understand, cuz. Hey man, if my wife go out here and have sex with another man, or if my girlfriend go out here and have sex with another man, I'm done, son. You know, but dude, you married. Yeah, I know, man, but still, she's supposed to be my girlfriend. Well, you're supposed to be married. How can y'all understand? You know, the women, oh, if he go out here and he has sex with a woman, oh, he's the worst thing since sliced bread. And then, but wait a minute, stop the press. What about everything else he did? So let's stick to the point. So even though sex is only taking up 1% of your time, you may invest 75% of your effort in your relationship into that 1%. So now that 1% becomes 75% of your relationship. So that means the only thing your relationship is founded on is sex. What happens when, you know, when he gets older, or when she gets older, when things ain't working like they used to? Let's be real. You know, it's real talk. You know, what happens when, like Big Easy, you know, my wife been making Shoney Big Boy jokes on me all day today. You know, what happens then when you get like me, man? I gained 15 pounds in 2 weeks. That's damn near a pound a day. You know, that's not normal. I don't know. I adjusted my diet, adjusted my workout, you know, see what I can do. But that's another story. But what happens then? Because that's 75%. That's just like you investing your money. And you say, I'm going to invest my money and I'm going to put all my stock into Shimmy Shammies. The Shimmy Shammies is the next big thing coming, and my broker told me that's what's the next big thing coming, so I'm gonna invest my money into that. Would you really invest 75%, 50% of your weekly earnings into something that you know, for the most part, any type of investment, you ain't gonna see for 10, 15 years. So, how much of your investment would you invest in it? You know, that type of money into something that you ain't gonna see a return on, knowing that you got to eat tomorrow. You know, from now on, what you're gonna do is take your 75% of your check and say, hey man, I know these family families is gonna be worth $1 million later on. So it's the same thing in a relationship. You can't find one thing that I can't think of one thing in a relationship that's worth, you know, betting the whole farm on. My brother told me when I was real young, I said, man, how do you know when you find the perfect girl? He said, you know that you found the perfect girl when you can't find the one thing about her that you love about her. You know, that means if she got long hair and she cut all her hair, you still love her. That means if she was so, could talk to you and her voice just made you melt, but if you took her voice, if she lost her voice, would you still love her? You know, if she was the sweetest person in the whole world, but then some life event changed her personality and got her to the point where she just hated life and everything in it, could you still love her? So that's what I'm talking about, and that's what I'm trying to. That's the stake I'm selling. That's the product I'm selling. Is that, you know, somewhere along the line, you know, it may sound crazy because you're saying, man, I can't see. That's the most intimate part of my relationship with sex. And believe me, I'm not trying to get nobody to buy into this concept when I'm out here doing this freaky sexes. I'm not trying to sell you that ticket. What I'm trying to say to you is if and when it happens, you don't sell the farm on one thing. It's no need of me sitting up here going over and over again about, you know, yeah, if finances start messing up, you still got to stay in there. Because, yeah, people break up because of finances, but it's so many ways that you can fix that. And there's so many ways that people allow you to fix that, you know. But then when it comes to sex, you know, that's the number one thing. That's the number one thing. That's the showstopper. That's the deal breaker in relationships nowadays. It's like, you know, oh, I can't believe he looked at that other girl.
Take the exit on the right to Alabama 67.
You can't believe he looked at that other girl, but you know, you look at guys all the time. You know, that's life. That's when that joke. If you married to a guy, and all of a sudden, you know, that guy just like, you know, Holly Berry walk in the room. You know, I say Holly Berry all the time because, you know, during my era, you know, Holly was like, you know, the Jackie Kennedy of, you know, my dad's in them era. You know, she's, I don't know who it is now for these young cats, but for us, it was Holly Berry, Tony Braxton. You know, that was what we considered, you know, the perfect fine woman. And, you know, both of them got cheated on. Not Holly, Tony. You know, if y'all watching this show, hey, y'all know it's just comedy. You know, I ain't trying to bust y'all out. You know, but if I can get y'all on my show, hit me up. You know, special guest. Yeah, yo, come on in. Yeah. But let's get back to the point at hand. The thing that I want to get across to everybody today in these last 5 minutes. In a relationship, diversify. Don't love a person for what they are and what they're gonna be. you know, because people are gonna change. Should it be a deal breaker? Nah. The only deal breaker is when you fall out of love. And then be honest enough to say it, and y'all part ways as adults. Don't, you know, break the windows of the car. Don't cuss them out. Don't, you know, be an adult about it. Come in and say, well, hey, look, babe, I'm gonna just be honest. You know, I fell out of love. I don't know what happened, but I'm not in love anymore. You know, because it's a song by Lionel Richie. He said, love conquers all. And that's the truth. That's the truth. If you sitting up here and if the only thing that should be major contribution and a major investment, like you say, look, this what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bet my whole check on this every week. Every week when I get my check, I'm putting 100% in this. The only thing is love, baby. It's love. You know, because no matter what happens or what goes on, there's nothing stronger than love. Nothing stronger than love. Because love can fix everything. Love can fix. If you're hungry, love can fix that. You know, I ain't lying, man. If you're sick, love can fix that. I don't know one thing that love can't fix. You know? So, this is not going to be a 4-day episode, a 5-day episode. We can continue, but tomorrow we'll start a new topic, because the only thing I want everybody, the bottom line up front is, it's no deal breaker. The only deal breaker is, hey, I don't love you. I don't love you anymore. And then that's easy to accept, because now that's where the getting over begins. Because you can't fix if somebody don't love you anymore. There's nothing you can do about that. It ain't, you can't buy them nothing. You can't treat them better. You can't make love to them. It ain't nothing you can do once love ends. And once somebody fall out of love with you, you accept that and you move on. And if you fall out of love with somebody, be man or woman enough to tell them. But if it's other things that you need in this relationship, tell them. Don't be afraid of the no. You know, and if they say no, let them know it's not a deal breaker, baby, but it's something that's gonna bother me. You know, this something. It's not something that I'm gonna get shot at sunrise about, but it is something that I think we probably can work on. You know, so, and that's what you got to do. You know, this, because relationships, people change. You know, don't. Hey, just because I'm in love with you and love you to death, that don't mean you can go on and try my love and just say, well, he gonna be here forever, but she gonna be here forever. If a person come to you and say, hey, babe, we need to work on this, and this, you know, just because love is strong and mighty, hey, it can be broken down. Okay, so hey, this your boy Big Easy, Too Easy, Unchained. You know the one, man. The one that drive the big truck and be talking to himself on the phone. That crazy dude with the white beard. My hero, man. Man, I tell you what, boy. But anyhow, hey, man, pass the love on. You know, pass the love on. If you like the show, go on and give me some likes. Hey, if you don't like the show, give me some likes. And, you know, pass it on to your friends. They may like it. If you see some things I need to improve on, hey, constructive criticism is good criticism. You know, I'm a big boy. I can handle it. You know, because I want to improve. I want this thing to last a full year, like I said. So, hey, may God be with you until we meet again. This your boy Easy. God, we gone.